Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, November 13, 2022. A Venus-Neptune transit stirs your imagination. You appreciate the finer things in life. You might even make a soul connection or get the feeling that things are magically falling into place. You'll likely enjoy some psychic rapport with someone in your life. Money or business ideas can be golden now, as you sense what others need and want. You're also in a better place about your own needs and values. Money could come through unusual or hidden sources, and ideas related to work or health can inspire you. Maintaining some mystery around you can work to your benefit, and holding back a little can be the right strategy for now. As the day advances, a Sun-Saturn square comes into influence, and it can magnify responsibilities or obstacles. A seeming roadblock can arise around a love relationship, a relationship with a child, or a creative project. Circumstances or people seem disapproving or unhelpful, and you may be left to your own resources. An apparent setback, however, may lead to a vital step concerning long-term happiness, as is often the case with transits involving Saturn, the great teacher. You're also learning about what you need in the long run. Look for a middle ground if conflicts emerge. Others may not be very forthcoming, warm, or expressive, which can feel a little cold but could also allow you enough space to discover resources you may not have known you had. Of all the zodiac signs, you may feel especially blessed today. This is because your planetary ruler, Venus, will paint a tapestry of light with iridescent Neptune across the sky. Whenever these two celestial powers interact, magic and joy rain down upon us. They are currently spinning in water signs, meaning it's time to get emotional. Open up your soul and speak from your heart. Allow your feelings to guide you on a cosmic adventure into the depths of your spirit. Consider trying out tantric sex with your one and only. You could find that this works wonders now. Fight for your worth. Your work matters when Mercury in Scorpio squares Saturn in Aquarius while Venus in Scorpio trines Neptune retrograde in Pisces. The square indicates potential tension, especially if you need to address the value or pay for your creativity, talents, and passion projects. However, the watery trine serves as your intuitive cue since you might have a surprisingly clear idea of how you want to address your concerns. You already know that you are an asset, so do not be afraid to ask for what you deserve. The moon's departure from your financial sector yesterday has left you with more than just your financial instincts and imagination fueled. After the spin cycle, an eclipsing full moon has just put you through, and the intensity this created on both sides of the financial fence, the dust has settled, and as the emotional fog of war dissipates, it will reveal a new sense of confidence on not just the income and financial fronts but on the job front as well. The planetary alignment of the day gives you something to jump up and down about, and that's probably just what you'll want to do. Express yourself physically at all possible opportunities. The energy you feel will be well received by others if you are disciplined enough to express it in healthy ways, for instance, at the gym or at a dance class, if possible. Once the initial heat is burned off, your warmth and radiance will be a welcome quality to those you love. It's the perfect time to make the first steps towards your goals is at hand. It can be common for many sevens to put greater energy into contemplation and planning than action, yet nothing can come to fruition without acting on them. Take the first steps by making phone calls, visiting places, and talking with others. Whatever your goal is, nothing will happen without doing this, so use the day's positive vibration to the fullest. This not only applies to your professional life, use the same philosophy when it comes to matters of the heart. It is less that the stars are sending mixed messages today and more that both sides of life's fence are becoming more vibrant at the same time, and that is only going to continue. On the one hand, today's adventurous lunar vibes and their friendly aspect to planets on the playful and creative front is the perfect balm after the turbulence of recent days, while highlighting something that is not only here to stay but will grow over the coming weeks. At the same time, The stars are not only aligning on the income and job fronts but with career implications from tomorrow. The moon's first visit to an adventurous part of your chart since Mars turned retrograde here is also the first since Saturn's direct turn in your romantic sector. While there is a strong mix of nostalgia, romance, passion, and adventure in the air, the moon's friendly aspect to Saturn is also giving you a chance to look to the future with confidence while Mars holds the doors open to the past and second chances. Our eyes in the sky. Saturn squares the Sun early this morning, and will have a greater sense of responsibility, duty, and structure. Attention will be focused on doing the most practical thing and whatever makes the most sense. Our emotional nature will ease into a more intense vibe. We could withdraw from socializing with loved ones and acquaintances. It can be harder to hold conversations under this influence, and avoiding important talks could lead to arguments. You will make a terrific new friend related to your job in some way. This valuable resource will be more important to you than you realize. This person is a little strange and awkward, but overall, he or she has valuable information that you can benefit from. What makes this a potential game changer and an opportunity for a major breakthrough for both you and your relationships is that this is the first total lunar eclipse in Taurus in 2 decades. What adds to this is the fact that the lunar eclipse peaks just as the moon aligns with Uranus, the planet of surprise, synchronicity, and the unexpected, and as the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, are aligned in your relationship sector. This is the right trigger at the right time. Someone you work with will unexpectedly need your help. It is not necessary for you to completely drop everything for this person, but you should indeed try to help him or her. Work together and you will reach great success. Someone will pick you up and take you under his or her wing. This extra support will be of great benefit to you now. Don't resist this assistance. This boost is the exact key that you are looking for. Together you can soar to new heights. Protect your energy if you have to at this time. Be aware of your perspective amid other opinions. During this transit, we could be more likely to sacrifice our own needs and let people push their agendas on us. Focus on yourself to avoid uncomfortable moments with others at this time. Just after midnight, the Sun squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, putting us in a heavy headspace. We feel restricted, unable to act the way we want to. While the Sun is in Scorpio, all our desires and passions come into sharp relief. Yet, Saturn reminds us that we have obligations to others. It is not always about us, and we must work to earn our keep. It can also seem as though we are up against the clock now. Deadlines or time limits provoke extra stress, and instead of rising to the task, we look for vices to distract us. We are not above creating chaos, pulling the fire alarm to get out of taking the exam, so to speak. But our duties aren't going away. If we rise to the occasion, we can exit this period with a feeling of accomplishment. If we avoid our responsibilities, they will only catch up with us at a later date. This is something that at this time of year can energize both sides of the financial fence and act as a trigger. However, both sides are so ripe with potential and support it was only ever going to take the smallest trigger, and this is the granddaddy of them all. This could have unexpected implications across the income, work, and career fronts, while a real breakthrough is possible on both sides of the financial fence. It is in the second half of the week that things will start to settle. Following this, the Gemini moon squares off with Neptune in Pisces, causing us to misread interactions and deceive ourselves. Our idealistic nature can be taken advantage of by those who sense our confusion and vulnerability. Yet, we are typically the ones who volunteer ourselves for disappointment by putting our trust in the wrong people. Exercise discernment to avoid compromising yourself.